Quick question. What is your favorite tarot card? You know, that one card that feels like your card? That one card that you always get excited to see and get in a reading. Now, ever wondered why that card calls to you so strongly? Well, maybe there's more to it beyond the surface. Perhaps it carries a message or a reminder or a reflection or something deeper. A piece of your soul's blueprint, maybe. And today we are breaking it all down. What your favorite tarot card might be trying to tell you. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why you're drawn to your favorite tarot card, what message it carries for you, and how embracing it can actually bend your reality. Now, let's dive in. So for this video, we are talking about the Tarot Significator, or what I often call the tarot self. Think of it like this. You know how when we play a game, before you actually get to play the game, you first have to choose an avatar or a character, right? And each character has their own unique skills, has their own unique strengths, also has their own unique weaknesses. So basically, we are asked to choose a character that would allow us to experience the themes, the stories, the lessons of that character or that archetype. When I say Tarot Significator, it's basically just like that. It's our character avatar. And when we get to understand what our significator is, we then get to gain deeper insights of this character that we are. You know, what's hiding beneath this identity, this mind that I think is mine, this name that I identify with, and this identity that tells me who I am. Each major arcana is interwoven with a specific archetypal energy, which the soul has the option to acquire. And this happens before our incarnation, before we even come to this planet. Now, why? Why does the soul have to choose a specific archetype or a specific character that it wants to play? Or in an easier sense, why does the soul have to choose a specific department in which it can learn the experiences that it wants to experience, the themes that it wants to go through, the lessons that it wants to either learn or not learn in one lifetime? So think about it like this. Each of these cards are like departments in one organization, all right? And let's say that my soul chose the Fool. The Fool is not really an archetype, but so let's say this is the card that I really resonate with the most. If we suppose that my soul enrolled in the department of the Fool, supposing let's say it's an organization of 22 departments, then perhaps I could say that I came here to learn how to always learn, to always be open. Perhaps my soul wanted to learn how to take some risks, or maybe my soul wanted to experience the themes of, let's say, reaching for my greatest dreams in life. And when your energy signature, or if your significator is the Fool, then that means that you are supported. You have the support of the universe, cosmic support, you know, to embody this energy, to be this Fool, which is a double-edged sword like every other card. But the positive aspects of the Fool means that you're willing to take risks, means that you would not think twice to take action if your gut feels it, if your intuition wills it. That's the Fool's energy, right? So just to simplify and to summarize everything that I've been saying so far, why does the soul choose its archetype or its significator prior to incarnation? So basically, just like what I've said a few moments ago, it's really just like our soul choosing a character or an avatar that it wants to play while it experiences a lifetime here on this earth plane or in the earth game. So each character available, which the 22 cards of the tarot are, in this case, the characters available, well, they have their own unique strengths. They have their own unique skill sets. They have their own unique powers, their own unique weaknesses, which can become an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on the gamer's natural skills and expertise, or in this case, your soul's expertise navigating the earth realm. In the esoteric teachings of the Solomonic mystery traditions, and this one is shared by Dr. Theresa Bullard, the 22 major arcana, according to the mystery teachings, represent 22 dimensions of the oversoul, each exploring a different path of consciousness. So this means that your significator reveals which of these universal cosmic archetypes your soul is actively playing out in this lifetime, in this incarnation. And from the perspective of the soul, time is not linear as we perceive it. A lot of esoteric tarot teachings have somehow suggested that each card of the major arcana is actually a blueprint for the 22 primal parallel incarnations of the oversoul, all occurring simultaneously right here, right now. So in a sense, this means that the 22 major arcana are actually different facets, or at least they are portals in which we can take a glimpse of the different facets of consciousness, the different facets of your own soul, woven together in one grand multidimensional storyline. Now, your soul's chosen significator can reveal the dominant frequency that your soul or your consciousness is currently attuned in this life, that basically shapes your experiences, your challenges, your personal evolution, basically. When you fully embrace the essence of your soul's chosen archetype and embrace its power, its wisdom, and its strength, you actually unlock a deeper understanding of your purpose, and you gain access into the innate wisdom and the power encoded within your own soul. Now, imagine you're entering an expansive RPG. Your soul selects a character avatar, determining the skill sets, the power-ups, the quest you'll face. And let's suppose your soul chose the magician. Well, if my soul would have chosen the magician as my character avatar for this lifetime, then that gives me an idea that the overall theme of my life, this lifetime, is meant to be quite magical. I'm here to master myself and to master the elements within and without. I'm here to learn how to be the best manifester, the best creator, the best creative that I can be. If, let's say, your soul chose the hermit to be your significator, then you're here to cultivate wisdom through solitude. So you might as well be on the path of becoming a monk, or like a nun or a priest, or someone who goes into seclusion just to find the divine, just to interpret or to understand what this universe is, what divinity is all about. By learning how to embrace and fully embody your tarot significator, the more life aligns with your soul's evolutionary path, the more synchronicity happens, and the more synchronous your life becomes. In this world, in this reality, magic becomes the norm, fear becomes a stranger you've once known, and power suddenly becomes available in abundance. And things just get a lot better. And maybe you're asking, all right, so why does this matter, Gabe? Why do I care about what my tarot significator is? If you're not yet convinced how powerful understanding and knowing your significator is, know that your significator is not just who you are, or it's not just who you're written to be. It's actually who you are becoming every single day. And when you integrate the lessons that your significator has for you, you start making choices from a place of alignment, rather than resisting the process. Instead of reacting to life, you learn how to start creating it. And this is when the game starts to level up for you. All right, so let me give you examples. So on the screen, we have the Fool card. And if your significator is a Fool card, then it might mean that you have a lot of superpowers that you might not even be aware of. Some of the superpowers that the Fool has, to offer is boundless curiosity. It's basically infinite potential. It's where nothing is impossible. The Fool as your significator means that you're being supported to unlock this level of multidimensionality that makes everything possible, even your wildest dreams, but only if you can be a little bit crazy, just a bit crazy, to allow the universe, to allow the ineffable cosmic power to align things for you, to synchronize everything in your favor. But only if you can be a little bit crazy. And I feel like that's something a lot of people are having a hard time with. They don't know yet, they haven't thread the boundary between just being a little bit crazy and being full-blown crazy. That also means that if your tarot significator is a Fool card, you might have a lot of challenges in terms of discernment. This is also going to test you and train you how to make the right choices. So it is, again, like everything else in this world, is a double-edged sword. And if you're aware of the beautiful potential, the power, the amazing things that this card, this significator, or this archetype, this major arcana card can give you, well, the future does look very bright. All right, I know that this has been an interesting conversation so far, but I just want to make some few clarifications. All right? I know you might be thinking right now that if I find out what my Tarot Significator is, I will basically have access to all my strengths and everything will turn out great from that moment on. Amen. But your significator is not just about, it's not just a doorway to your strengths. It's also a doorway to your blind spots. So, like what I've said, as with everything in this world, everything is double-edged. It's a double-edged sword. So, when you know your Tarot Significator, you basically gain a holistic path of understanding yourself anytime. The mind, the body, and the soul. One of the fundamental laws of the universe, as told by the 7 Hermetic Principles, is that everything in this universe exists through equal polarities. Nothing exists without a polar opposite. So that is why everything is a double-edged sword in some way. You might be asking now, so Gabe, we've talked about the significators, the tarot self, the archetypes for the past few minutes now. What am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with the knowledge that I have a significator? Well, if you've listened to the things that I've just said, understanding your significator is really power in potential. And it's just that. It's just power in potential. But if you really want to extract power from it, then the work that needs to happen is integration. What is integration? It's basically the process of integrating these aspects and these qualities of your significator that you want to take in, that you want to be you, basically. So one good way to harness the energy or to harness the power of your significator is to meditate with it. For those who might not know, and I'm guessing everyone might not know, my significator is the Magician card. And if you've seen any photos of me holding a card up, a tarot card up, chances are it's always going to be the Magician. And I do this consciously, and basically that's one practice that I have with it. And one way that I like to work with a magician or my tarot self is that I would place one magician card from a deck that I rarely use, place it on my table, and just allow the energy to flow naturally. And somehow, I don't think I can explain it for now, but it works. And probably if we're going to go into psychology here, it has to do with the symbolisms and how it interacts with the subconscious mind. And take note that these cards, especially the major arcana, have been used by so many powerful witches, practitioners of the tarot, occultists, basically everyone from the past that has studied these ancient symbology, using it for their own rituals, their own readings, their own practices. There's a lot of energy that every single practitioner from the past and the present and also the future have been funneling, into this system, into this tarot system. So basically, the tarot is the most energetically charged collection of artworks that you can buy in a bookstore. And while you might not feel anything the first time you touch your cards, as you start working with it, the more it becomes real for you. The more you begin to feel it, the more you begin to feel something is up. Something weird, but something good is up. So again, meditate with your card. Create a specific connection with your card. Create a relationship with your significator. Because by building a relationship with your significator card, you actually build a relationship with yourself. You deepen the relationship that you have with yourself. So, in situations that calls for guidance, or in situations that, you need a little bit of power up, try asking yourself, in any situation, how would my significator handle this situation that I'm being dealt with right now? And I know it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be so much easier to just react the way you used to react, not make any changes. But as you conquer the voice of the ego, this loud cry inside, in the silence of your mind, comes through the voice of the intuition, revealing to you the deeper layers that you might have been missing. Your significator is really more than just a concept. It's an energetic transmission. And the more you align with it, the more your life shifts into resonance, and the more you are filled with your soul's purpose. When I first discovered my significator, it explained things about me that I had always felt, but had never had the words for. And learning how to work with a magician has literally transformed the way I see life, the way my approach is to life, and the way that I am. And it makes sense because as a child, I thought I would be a magician. I used to love performing magic tricks, for guests who come into our house. I would create a makeshift stage, not really a stage, but I would study magic tricks on early 2006 YouTube and, be able to do it. I was very interested to become a magician. My favorite show back then was The Masked Magician from, I think it was AXN channel. Yeah, I haven't heard about that channel for a long time. Anyway, so when I found out that the magician card was my significator, it felt very natural. I knew that it made sense to me. It made perfect sense. It was crystal clear. Now, if you are ready to find out your tarot significator and learn how to embody its wisdom, my course, Tarot for Self-Discovery, walks you through the entire process, the whole process, helping you unlock the full potential of your personal tarot significator, or your personal energetic signature, or your tarot self. Again, whatever term or name you want to give this concept or this thing in tarot. But before we go, make sure to click that like button somewhere here. I'm not sure where it is, just somewhere here. And share this video to a friend or to anyone who you feel might benefit from the contents of this video. This has been Gabriel Thoth, your intuitive tarot reader and your spiritual activator. And again, I hope you've enjoyed this video.